Welcome all of you to ANIMATHS. Now this video I consider to be a very special video because here I am going to solve out a series of, now in this video and some of the upcoming videos, I shall be solving out some of the sample papers that has been provided in CBSE website. Okay, so these sample papers are provided keeping in mind the board exams that are going to take place in the month of March 2024. So it is for this batch that these papers are designed. So when I went through the papers, I felt that the questions are a little different. They are not always tough, but then they are slightly different, not like the ones that is that generally is found in RS Agarwal or NCERT. Okay, so I thought I'll just give you some idea about these sums. Okay, what exactly you have to keep in mind to solve certain sums. So let us solve the sums from these sample papers one by one. You can see the questions written over there on the board. So please follow the question, do not follow the answers straight away. You will not understand anything. I will request all of you to just pause the video and go through the question first. Okay, if you go through the question first, only then you will be able to understand what is being asked in these questions. Okay, generally the questions are very long. Okay, generally the questions in these sample papers, almost all the questions are very long. They take some time to read, and then again there are some confusing options given. So you have to go through the questions several times in order to understand the question properly. Okay, then let's see. Here in this question I have what they have given is a sector POQ. That means this is part of a circle. Okay, so in a sector, if you have a circle, these are all sectors. Okay, starting from the center. So these are all different sectors if this is the center O. Then a sector POQ is given, and that's unit square. Okay, if you read the question, you will see this unit square word used there. Means all the sides are supposed to be 1. It can be 1 centimeter, it can be 1 meter, that is none of our concern, but then the value of the sides are all 1. Okay, now they have given us 4 conditions and we have to tell what exactly is required, what should the question provide us more with, so that we can find the area of this sector. We have to find the area of this sector. Okay, so as you can see, the different options that has been given to us is area of the square ROST, that is, should they give us the area of the full square, then we can find the area of the sector, or radius of the square, radius of the sector POQ, that is POQ, that means this radius they are talking about. Okay, this radius or this radius, this is supposed to be same only. The diagram is little not that well drawn. So do we need OP to be given to us, or do we need the radius of the square to be given to us, or arc length of PQ? That is the third option that should be given to us, arc length of PQ. When they say arc length of PQ, they mean this length. Okay, the length of the arc of PQ, or the given information is sufficient. Now in the information, all that they have given us is it's an unit square and this is a sector, nothing else is given. O is the center of the circle. Okay, so how do we find area of this sector? Now first thing what we must understand is what is it that we need to find the area of a sector. Okay, so if supposing I have I have a sector which is, let's say, 30 degrees. Okay, so in order to find this, what should I do is, see, the full area is pi r square for any circle. Okay, now full area is pi r square. If I want area of a 30 degree sector, full angle is also 360. 330 by 360 means this fraction of, because when we take 360 degree, for the full angle 360 we have pi r square. Then when we have only 30 degrees, so we want only this fraction of the full area, that means this. So this is how we find area of a sector. Okay, how do we find area of a how do you find length of a, supposing this length, how do we find length of this? For that also the angle is required. What is the angle? The angle can be 30 by 360. This time it is not for pi r square, but it is for 2 pi r, that is the circumference, isn't it? So here we can find 30 degrees, 30 of the full degree would have given me 2 pi r, only 30 degree, 30 of this fraction of 2 pi r is my this arc. So this is how we generally find the area of a sector, or we find the length of an arc. Now if I come back to my diagram here, they have given us the sides of these squares. Okay, we also need, in order to find this, we need this angle. Okay, we need this angle which we don't know. This much is a 90 degree, but do we really know this angle? We don't know the small one. So 90 plus what, we don't know. Okay, talking about the radius, yes, there is a method to find the radius. And what is that? If I join this itself, okay, TQ itself is the radius of the circle. Okay, how do we find it? I can use, this is all 90 degrees, so I can use 1 square plus 1 square is equal to, let me take this as TO square, because I am using Pythagoras theorem. Hypotenuse square is length square plus base square. Height square plus base square is hypotenuse square. Okay, so here this is 1 plus 1, 2 is TO square. So TO comes to a root 2. So I got to know my radius, but then I still don't know this angle. Now for that, what do I need? Okay, if they give us the area of this square like it is given in the options, it doesn't help me, because just side 1 is enough to, I can calculate the area myself if required, because if the sides are 1. Okay, so that is out of question. If they give us the second one, which is they give us the radius of POQ. The radius of this is already, I can calculate myself. So if side is given, I can get the area also. Side of the square is given, I can get the area also, I can get the radius also. Okay, so those are not required information for me, those are unnecessary information for me. But what I still need is this angle, and nobody is giving me that. Okay, nobody is giving me this angle. Now what to do? Okay, so what I need is the length of this arc. Had they given me the length of this arc, I could have found the area of this, area of this sector. Now how? Supposing length of this arc is supposing the length of the arc is x. Okay, let me take the length of the arc as an x. If the length of the arc is x and the total circumference of this circle, which is not drawn here, is 2 pi into root 2 pi r, yes. So this ratio itself, okay, gives me, so if in this ratio I can easily find the angle, if I multiply it with 360, means this fraction of 360 degrees is my angle. Means supposing, you might get little confused if it is a, this is an unknown sector, we don't know the angle, but supposing this angle is 90 degree, then what to do? Then it will be very clear. So if I have this angle as a 90 degree, then let's take, it's a quadrant, right? So here you will see, if it is a quadrant, the ratio between this arc and the complete circles circumference is 1/4 or not for a quadrant, right? So for a quadrant is 1/4 of a circle. So arc length to the 2 pi r for a quadrant is 1/4. yes, and 1 by 4 of 360 degree. 1 by 4 of 360 degree is a 90 degree, isn't it? Okay, 1 by 4 of 360 degree is a 90 degree. So see how smoothly I got my angle. Okay, similarly here arc length by 2 pi r into 360 is bound to give me the angle. Okay, once I get the angle, I can easily find the area of this sector by using, how do I find the area of the sector? Area of the sector. Area of the sector, what's the name? POQ, right? POQ, POQ. How do I find it? Area of the sector POQ. This is by, this is the angle, isn't it? This is the angle of the sector. This angle on the 360 degree. So I can write it like this: x 2 pi root 2 into 360 on 360, that is the 360 will come here. Okay, now what is this giving me actually? This much part was an angle, yes, this much part was an angle by 360, isn't it? So that gives me the fraction of the angles, ratio of that angles of pi r square, yes, and that itself, see, pi gets cancelled and this gets cancelled. Okay, and radius also I know, so if I want I can make it a 2 and write here root 2. So this will also, so x, here it is 2 root 2 and then it is 2, yes, so this also gets cancelled. So all I need for sufficient information in order to find the length of the area of this sector is the value of x, that is the length of the arc PQ. Okay, so this is how we can solve this question. Here we have cot theta, I'll just take it as question 2, cot theta, and then sec square theta, and then cosec theta. Okay, cot theta, sec square theta, cosec theta is equal to which of the 4 options that you can see. Okay, so one of the options is sec theta, option 1, second option is cosec theta, the third option is cot square theta, sec theta, and the fourth option is cot square theta, cosec theta. So these are the 4 options which have been given to us. Now let us solve this. Pretty simple. This is cos by sine, right? Cos theta by sine theta, and this is 1 by cos square. This one is 1 by cos square theta. This one is 1 by sine, so the sine goes up, sine theta. Now you can cancel. Okay, here you can cancel one of them. So I am left with 1 by cos theta, which is equal to sec theta. Now here is a question which has told us NQ is the tangent to the circle and this angle is a 25 degree. They are asking for find the measure of OQN. Okay, OQN, that is they want this angle. Now here if I have a 25 degree, this is the same arc which is holding up this angle also. So if this is 25 which is at the circumference, from our theorem, circle theorems, this is a 50 degree. Remember, if ON is the tangent to NQ, then this has to be 90 degrees because tangents are at 90 degrees to the radius. Okay, if this is 50, this is 90, this has to be a 40 degrees, isn't it? Okay, so the sum looked difficult, but it was quite simple. Here the question says, shown below is a solid made by joining a right circular cylinder, here's the cylinder, and a hemisphere of equal radius. This is the hemisphere of equal radius and R. The total surface area of the solid is equal to the surface area of the total surface area of this solid, the full thing, is equal to the surface area of a sphere with twice the radius of this. So total surface area of this is equal to surface area of another sphere whose radius is twice of this. So let us first start finding the surface area of this. Okay, so for surface area of this, let me first take the dome shape. Okay, so that is 4 pi r square is for the whole sphere. So half the sphere is 2 pi r square, right? So for half sphere we have a 2 pi r square surface area. After that we have this circular, yes, the circular part, that is 2 pi rh, right? That's a 2 pi rh, and then comes the base, this base, which is a pi r square, pi r square. Now I want to tell you all one thing. The moment they talk about a solid sphere, you have to take the base. It's like a toy. Okay, so if they are painting it, remember the base is also important. So we have to take this pi r square is equal to the surface area of a sphere with twice the radius of this. So first thing, surface area of the sphere 4 pi capital R square. What is capital R now? Capital R is twice the radius of this. So we'll just put here 4 pi and this is 2r square, right? This is 2 pi r square plus 2 pi rh plus pi r square, right? So now this is coming from the question itself. We will cut out all the pi's, okay, just to reduce our calculations. Done. Then it is 2r square plus 2rh plus r square, and here it is 16. This makes a 4r square. Okay, that gives me how much? This is 3r square. If it goes that side, it makes a 13r square and 2rh, right? Now I can even cut out 1 r now. So 2h is 13. 2h is 13r. Yes. Then how much is the h is equal to, they have asked for the height, 13 by 2r, which is equal to 6.5 r. Now remember, in the options we have one 6.5 r. Therefore it is the, this is the answer. 6.5 r centimeters means we have to find the height in terms of r, because they have never given us the value of r. So this much answer is fine. Okay. So option B is the answer. Here is a question which says a 3.5 centimeter chord. Okay, here is my 3.5 centimeter chord. Subtends an angle 60 degree at the center of a circle. What is the arc length of the minus sector? Okay, they want this arc length, this. Okay, what the minus sector, draw a rough figure and show you steps. Take pi as 22 by 7. Now here, see, if they have given us this arc length and this angle, we know one thing, we'll have to get our own data. So these two are equal, so it's an isosceles triangle. 180 minus 60 degrees is a 120 degree. 120 degree divided into 2, because these two angles are going to be equal. Okay, because of radius, this is equal, radius of a circle is equal. So therefore this is 60 degree and 60 degree. Why? I repeat, 180 minus 60, I get a 120. That 120 I divide into 2 parts, because they are equal angles, because of isosceles triangle. Now what do I see? From an isosceles triangle, that thing has converted to a equilateral triangle. Now this is also 3.5. So we got the radius also as a 3.5. Okay. Now they want this arc length. So back to like the previous sum, we will take 60 on 360, because this is the ratio of the angles. In the same ratio, if 60 on 360, in this fraction, how much is it for 2 pi r, and r is equal to 3.5, right? So this much is arc length. This is the arc length. So it is cut this, get this as 6, this is a 3. So 1 by 3 into 22 by 7 into 3.5. okay, 7.5. yeah, so here this is, now I can, this is 22 into 0.5, that gives me 22 into 0.5 gives me a 11. So 11 by 3, how much is 11 by 3? 3.66. okay, 3.66 centimeters is my length of the arc. Please don't put centimeter square over there. So 3.66 centimeters is the length of the arc. okay, so then that is it for today. In these questions I'll come up with few more questions in my next video. okay, so please keep watching all the videos regarding whenever you see these sample papers. Another thing, the sample paper videos, I shall be marking them as standard. These are actually questions from the standard paper, so I shall be writing there as standard, for meant for standard or meant for basic maths. okay, then bye all of you. If you have liked my video, do not forget to like, share and subscribe. See you in my next video very soon. Thanks all of you.